Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews. I'm your host, Boise, and let's see if SmackDown Live can continue its impressive momentum leading into the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. So first things first, we kicked off the show with Renee Young cutting an interview in the ring with the new number one contender, Becky Lynch. And this was quite a good little interview. Becky stated, look, I haven't been champion since 2016 and I haven't even had a title match since then either. So I've been working my ass off pretty much to try and get back to a level where I feel I am truly the number one girl on the show, which was quite good, and I like this. It really states a lot of truths about Becky's career on SmackDown Live as it is. And then Carmella comes out to interrupt the interview. I think this was probably Carmella's biggest reaction from the crowd. Last couple of months she has not had a single reaction. This time around she did get a few boos, which was good, and pretty much stated, look Becky, I'm not here to fight, I just want to stay. I've always looked up to you in NXT. I was told I would be nothing more than a manager, and thanks to you, giving me advice and stuff, I've managed to get to this part. All this was just a fuse, as we know. James Ellsworth's music hits, Carmella hits Becky from behind, gets a steel chair. It looks like she's about to hit the DDT to knock Becky out and try and take her out before SummerSlam. Whose music hits? None other than the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair, coming out to save her BFF, Becky Lynch. Beats the crap out of Carmella. Carmella runs off. Sees Paige backstage. Paige states, oh, by the way, Carmella, I'm sick and tired of your attitude. You've got a match tonight against Charlotte Flair. If she wins, she turns this SummerSlam match into a triple threat match. For me, good opening segment. Everything is on the show is building up for a feud for SummerSlam. So this really works for me. So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. We didn't get a lot of matches this week on SmackDown Live, but the matches we did get were quite impressive as they were. So the first match we got was the best match of the night, and it was the Usos taking on the Bar. This is the first round tournament for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, and God, they really gave it their all. This was an impressive match. Now, last time we saw these two teams hit it out against each other, it's when the Bar were the Raw Tag Team Champions and the Usos were the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions at Survivor Series. They literally, it felt like they haven't missed a step. The Bar haven't been on TV for a few months, but they were so very much impressive. Again, this just shows you how good Cesaro and Sheamus are in a very stacked tag team division, which SmackDown Live does have. I think it's the best tag team division on all the shows, including NXT and Raw. I think SmackDown literally has the best tag team division right now on the planet. It was good fun. The New Day were there, or had their own personalised commentating table, which was interesting to see. It looked like the Usos were going to get it, but obviously Cesaro and Sheamus are wily veteran tag team now, and they managed to get back into the match, managed to hook up Jey Uso and get the pin that allows them to qualify to the next round, which they will take on the New Day. The New Day and the Bar did have a face-to-face after the match where the Bar walked off. I do want to state one thing. The opening before the match, the Usos cut a quick little promo where they pretty much inherited The Rock, where they said, you take those thumbs, you shine them up all good, and then you just, and then one of the Usos was like, whoa, PG-13 now, PG-13, welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. And I was like, oh, that is brilliant. That was a good little marker to The Rock. I enjoyed that. The match itself was the best match of the night, so I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Next up, we got a personal message from Samoa Joe to AJ Styles. AJ wasn't on the show this week, but Samoa Joe cut a hell of a promo stating, look AJ, I respect everything you've done, I respect who you are, You've gone out there, you've put the championship and made it the most prestigious belt in all of WWE. I think that was a shot at the Universal title itself. And pretty much you put it in front of yourself, your family, your friends, everything. And that's the thing, Jay. Your family are kind of wanting you to come back, and I want this title. And you're pretty much stating your family will be secretly supporting me. It was a really good promo. Afterwards, the commentators were, "Oh, these are just the views of Samoa Joe. This is not what the company believes." It was such a good promo and very believable. Again, this Samoa Joe, very, very strong on promos. He is one of the best talkers in the company. It made it feel realistic. It made it feel very, very close to the bone, which is really good for SmackDown Live. It builds up an extra layer to this feud, which has only got a couple more weeks until SummerSlam, and this is really up in the gear. I can't wait to see how AJ responds to this message. But for me, a very strong, very, very strong promo from Samoa Joe. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Next up, we did have Jeff Hardy come out and cut another promo stating the US title is a connection to him and the WWE Universe, and without it, it feels lost. He feels like there's something missing, but he's so angry with what Randy Orton has done to him that he can't concentrate trying to get the US title back until he beats Randy Orton. He calls out Randy Orton. Randy Orton does come out. He's about to enter the ring, and what happens? Shinsuke Nakamura attacks him from behind. Shinsuke's about to beat the crap out of him. Randy Orton steps in front, orders Shinsuke to attack him again. Shinsuke does. Then Shinsuke walks away. Randy Orton is left with a very beaten Jeff Hardy in the ring, and Randy Orton goes all heel style. And this is brilliant. I loved every second of this. Randy Orton is literally destroying Jeff Hardy in the ring. Then he drags him out with like referees and everyone trying to get Randy Orton off Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's beating the crap out of him on the commentating table, gets some water, washes his face, so trying to, destroy the identity of Jeff Hardy himself, steals his pretty much the Hardy Boy symbol necklace, which Jeff always wears, and walks away with a smug smile on his face. For me, really, Jeff and Randy and Shinsuke, this whole feud kind of situation which is going on between the three of them has really lifted up the mid-card section of the United States Championship. Really, really entertaining right now. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next between the three of them. If Jeff is injured, this is a great way of getting him still on TV without him actually having a match, and hopefully he won't get too injured working with Randy Orton like this. For me, awesome. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Our second match of the night was Lana versus Zelina Vega. She had Andrade, Cien, Almas on her side. Lana didn't have either Rusev or Aiden English. It's right now the Rusev Day camp is in turmoil. But I'm going to give a lot of credit. Now, this is Vega's first WWE ring match. So this is the first time she's actually had a match in WWE on the main roster, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought this was really good fun. Vega's she's performed in TNA and other promotions over the years, so she is actually an in-ring talent, but she's really good at being a manager for Andrade, Cien, Almas. But you can see a bit of ring rust for her. It's been a while since she's actually truly performed in the ring. Lana, I've got to say, has really impressed me. I think she's improved a lot. She's still probably the worst wrestler in the women's division as we speak, but I think she is improving every single time she is getting in the ring. So I'm giving positives for her. Very much a one-sided match for quite a majority of it. Vega was in control for, as I said, a majority of it. When Lana started getting momentum back from, she did a spin-a-rooney in the ring, which was awesome, by the way. I'm going to give her props for that. She looked like she was about to get a victory over Vega. Cien got involved twice. Aiden English pulls Andrade away from the ring. This distracts Lana. Lana gets rolled up by Zelina Vega, and she gets the victory. This is really adding more turmoil to Team Rusev. So, with everything involved, it's still continuing the Rusev Day breakdown, which could build into a feud between Andrade and Rusev, which I hope does happen because they had such a great match. And Lana improving all the time. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10 mainly because there was being a Rooney in the ring. So yeah, a 4 out of 10. Very, very impressed by Lana. Next up, we had Daniel Bryan calling out The Miz. And Daniel Bryan cuts a fantastic promo beforehand stating, look, The Miz always thought, after I got injured, I wasn't medically cleared. For 2 years, The Miz has used that me not able to fight as a barrier to stop. He could say whatever he wanted and he knew I couldn't do anything. Then when I got medically cleared, he brought his wife and what I thought was his child into the ring to add another wall, so he's still protected, so I won't attack him. Find out The Miz is just scum. He threw a baby doll at Daniel Bryan and attacked him. This obviously caused The Miz to come onto the big screen, which is advertising Miz and Mrs. The second episode, and pretty much The Miz and Daniel Bryan cut a fantastic promo against each other. These two talked about everything from the NXT promo time to the current status of Daniel Bryan's own contract, which was interesting. You don't often get to hear stuff like that. It was, again, very close to the bone kind of promo, and it felt very more realistic than it did feel scripted. I don't know if Daniel Bryan and The Miz talked to each other before they cut these promos, but my God, they are good working together. And Daniel obviously challenges The Miz to a match at SummerSlam. The Miz is like, yeah, get in touch with my agent. And then Daniel Bryan states, look, you're not The Rock, you're not even John Cena, you're just The Miz, you're soft. Allows The Miz to even cut even a much more violent promo towards Daniel. And it somehow got videos of babies crying and said, that's all you are, Daniel. A crying baby living off my tailcoats. Good promo between the two of them. Again, a 5 out of 10. This moves us on to the main event of the night, which was Charlotte versus Carmella. Like I stated earlier, if Charlotte wins, she will be added to the SmackDown Live Women's title match to turn it into a triple threat match. Before the match even started, Renee Young went out and interviewed Becky Lynch and stated, how do you feel about this opportunity for Charlotte? Becky was very much selling really well on her promo, stating, look, I'm going to root for my best friend. And you could tell she didn't want Charlotte to win. I think everyone could read that chemistry. She doesn't want Charlotte to win. She wants it to be just her and Carmella. But of course she doesn't want to root for Carmella. She wants to root for her best friend. The match itself is probably one of Carmella's better matches. Again, you can tell Charlotte's had a bit of time off. The in-ring rust was on there a little bit, but it does take a little bit of time to get, equated back into the ring. But very strong match from both women. Again, this is probably, Carmella's best match on SmackDown Live itself. It looked like Carmella was going to get the win with a figure four herself. Charlotte reversed it into her own figure four, then turned it into a figure eight, getting Carmella to tap out. Charlotte is added into the SmackDown Live title match. I think this is a very management selection on this one. I think the fans are very much happy if it was Becky Lynch and Carmella, but adding Charlotte is adding an extra superstar who is a big name. I think it's just a balance out with Ronda Rousey being in the Raw women's title match. So it does, I can see what they're doing there. Hopefully Becky will win the title, maybe even pinning Charlotte at SummerSlam. But very good match from both women. Just impressed by it all, really. So I'm going to give this match a 5 out of 10. And there you go, guys. That was SmackDown Live for this week. Only 3 matches to look at. The tag team matches were very impressive. Charlotte coming back into SmackDown and getting a title match is, it just makes sense. She's one of the bigger names in the women's roster. And Lana's improving. I'm not going to take away a lot from Lana. I know she's the worst women's wrestler in the company, but she really is improving each and every time for me. So, again, very promo heavy, but everything felt like it has a purpose leading up to SummerSlam. So, no complaints here. I'm going to give this episode a 5 out of 10, mainly because it was heavily promo based, and I can't give a lot of promos big marks. Even if they are really, really good, they're still not going to... If it was a promo within a match, it would possibly get more points, but because of that, I just can't do it. But yeah, very impressed, very much enjoyed it. So yeah, what did you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Did you like this week's episode, or do you think it was too heavily based on promos? I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you do like the videos, please like, subscribe, and press the bell button so you can keep up to date with all our videos. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do. It's at Smack Talk YouTube. That's YouTube. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do. It's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.